What is going on, guys? I'm Bruce Leet and welcome to a brand new MFL video, and in this one I will be reviewing my very first game week within MFL, and it has been very interesting to say the least. I've learnt a lot, and yeah, I'm going to get into that in just a second. Before I do, if you're interested in getting involved in MFL, then be sure to use this referral link right here that you can see on the screen. I will also put it down in the description. You will get a free player when you spend $25 in the store if you use that referral link. Obviously, right now, late registrations have closed, so you won't be able to get in time for season 5. Obviously, you'd have to wait until season 6, unless, of course, you bought one of these clubs here from the marketplace where you could, as long as it's a club that's already in a division and already active, you won't have much control over the players that you have until the mid-season transfer window, but it will allow you to get involved in season 5. However, if you do want a brand new club, then I believe there is a redemption cup coming up, which is for only teams that aren't registered for season 5. So there is still a chance for you to get involved. Redemption cup will be brilliant for you to get to grips with the game and learn it before season 6 starts. So speaking of late registrations, just let me go into my club screen here. I wasn't supposed to have a game tonight. However, last minute, we have had an extra club added to the division. As you see there, they've got -6 points because that's the penalty for the late registration. For every game day you miss, you get a -1. And it seems like they've been added, and I am the team that's supposed to welcome them to the league, to the division. Hopefully that's a good result. So I'm lucky for them. Hopefully, welcome to the game, but I'm hoping I get a good result against them. As you can see here, last time I made a video, it was that very opening day against Penanome Central, and won 4-0. Fantastic start. After that, things got a little bad. Next game was against P2 Raf Hotspur, who is meant to finish above me, is projected to finish above me, and I got beat 3-0. And the worst thing about this is, if you see this, total shots 11, on target 0. Now that happens surely, but look at this. A 48 rated goalkeeper, and we couldn't even get a shot on target. So that was already annoying. So we go into our next game against Evolution Academy, who were projected to finish bottom of this league. Not a very strong side. We beat them 5-2. I completely rotated out and brought in my backups, hoping for some way, I know it's not this advanced, but hoping it'd spare on my starters to have a good result. And we played Skyfall Houston, who are projected to finish second. And as you can see, they beat us 3-0 also, which was an absolute disaster. We did get shots on target, but we got pretty much dominated by them. And again, I wasn't too upset about the loss at all, because, these guys are projected to finish high. It's fair enough. And then Achimoko, MFC, these guys were projected to finish just below me. We've got a fairly even squad each. And then we lost 2-0. And once again, 9 total shots, only 1 on target. Let me just show you their keeper. 47 rated. Yes. So it was at this game where I decided I needed a complete rethink of everything I do. I rethought my tactics. I think the problem I was having was, before every game, I was tinkering too much with my tactics. I was trying to change my tactics to suit against whoever I was playing, trying to outguess them, see what they might be playing, and try to, outthink them. And it really didn't work. Not a single goal in any of these games against potentially promotion rivals here. And pretty much battered. 8 goals conceded. It just something wasn't working. So after this game here against Achimoko, I had a complete overhaul. I decided I was going to change things up. Instead of tinkering too much, I'm not going to tinker at all. What I wanted to do was, I needed to find a tactic that worked for my squad, and I was just going to leave it as it was. I'm not going to show you the instructions, but yeah, the tactics, the instructions I've got now perfectly suit my players. the players I've got, the stats they've got. And if my opponent outthinks me and does a better tactic or beats me, fair enough. But I'm going to stop tinkering because I think it was actually hurting me a lot more. Because this is something I did in Football Manager, is, if you just build a team that suits the players and their strengths, then you usually, 8 times out of 10, you'll win the game most of the time. So I've just taken that same principle here and done the same thing. Another thing is I have changed my captain, and there was a big discussion about this on the Wendek podcast recently, the last one, about who do you captain. Now, before I had Zaitsev as my captain, took him up to a 60 rated, gave a boost of +2 passing and +1 dribbling to everyone. But my big issue was defence, I think, and I thought we were shipping in too many goals, and I needed to improve that. At first, I thought I'll put it on one of my defenders because they get +2 defence and +1 physical. However, in all of the training games I was playing, I noticed that my goalkeeper here, Kai, he was, there were some games where he was basically as useful as a chocolate teapot. It really seemed like I'd have done better without a goalkeeper, honestly. So I thought I'll make him the captain, and we'll see how that works out. It's boosted him up to a 61, which pretty much makes him, one of my strongest players in the squad. Well, what have I done there? No. What have I done? What did I do there? What did I do? What have I done? I'm not quite sure what I've just done there. There we go. Idiot. I'm still getting to grips with this stuff, guys. Still getting to grips. So yeah, I decided to make Kai my brand new captain. So I am #CaptainGK. I think maybe if I get a stronger goalkeeper, or Kai, progresses and gets to a higher rating, then I may put it on a defender later. But I think it's probably going to be more beneficial for now to have it in this area, either goalkeeper or defender, for my captain. And as you can see, we have won every game so far. So my tactic seems to be working. This one is against Oita FC in the Aspirants Cup. Two games in the Aspirants Cup. And as I said before in previous videos, I am going to focus on the Cup to get that extra MFL. This is actually an ice team, and they had a fairly strong squad. As you see, there's lots of XG for both of us. It could have really gone either way, but I won 2-1. And then in the follow-up game, I won 2-0, which leaves me currently at the top of my group. And then the final game was against Sekito Sasari, which was last night, and I won that 3-1. So far, my team has, performed well with the new tactic, and I'm hoping I can keep it this way and it carries on, because at first it seemed like it was an absolute disaster. I'm in 7th, which at the start of the season I would have probably said, yeah, cool, mid-table, no problem. But after seeing the projections, I was very much like, now I need to be pushing for promotion. So this is kind of a disaster for me. We've had a bad start. I'm hoping it's not too late. I'm hoping I've made these changes just in time to save my season and hopefully get back into that playoff race. I'm not that far away right now. If some of these teams above me start dropping points, I'm not that far out of it. But I came onto this screen to look at this, and if you see the leaderboard for scorers here, Tahir Hamed and Victor Pedrosa are both here. They've played 2 games, and they've both got 4 goals each. Now, this is a 54 rated, this is a 56 rated, so obviously they're not my starters. But should I be playing these guys? Like, they've performed so well. Let me go over to performance here. They've performed so well when they've been brought in. Pedrosa, 8.6, 2 assists, 4 goals. And where's Tahir Ahmed? 8.8, 4 goals, 1 assist. And when you compare that to my starters, where's Tevez here? 6 games, 1 goal, and that was in the cup. 3 assists. And then Vitali, he's got 7.2, which isn't bad. 4 goals, 1 of those was in the cup, but in 6 games. Should I play these guys? Should I be playing Pedrosa and Hamed as opposed to Tevez and Vitali? Now, Vitali, and Pedrosa's stats aren't that different. They're really not. The big thing that sold it for me for Tevez was this 68 passing, whereas Pedrosa only has 45 passing. So that's what gave me the edge when I was deciding who starts. But based on performance, maybe I've got to play Pedrosa. Another thing I've been absolutely in two minds about is the Fiorini. He's got a 7 in 6 games, but only 1 assist. He's not done terribly, but he's supposed to be our star man. Whereas in the 2 games that this guy has played, Martinovic, he's played 2 games, 7.9, 2 assists. He's a lot lower rated. He's a 54. The big thing for me is in the games he's played, in the highlights, he's absolutely destroyed the defence that he's been against, creating so many chances. And it looks as though he's a really dangerous player. Obviously, from a 61 to a 54, that's a big drop. But should this guy be starting? He's, like I said, the highlights is where he's been really showing. He's created so many chances. I think it's the 80 pace and the 64 dribbling. He absolutely tears left backs apart. He really does. And I'm in two minds. Do I start him? Do I play him ahead of Fiorini? And I'm just not sure at this stage. So please let me know in the comments. What do you think? What do you think you should do? Should I start Martinovic if he seems the more dangerous player than Fiorini? And if Hamed and Pedrosa are bagging more goals than Tevez and Vitali, should they be starting as well? Like, I really don't know. It's a conundrum I'm in. I'm still going to stick with my starters, Fiorini, Vitali and Tevez. But if I start coming up and start getting another bad run of games, I might have to drop them again, guys, honestly. Bearing in mind as well, the games these guys have had, Pedrosa, Hamed, they've been against weaker sides. So that might also play a factor. I'm not really sure, but these stats are so ridiculous. Speaking of stats, let's take a look at progression. And I've not had mad progression. I've seen in the Discord there has been some guys who have had ridiculous progression. But Fiorini, I'm not sure if I showed you this one in the last episode. He might have been in the last episode. 62 defence, 62 dribbling, 45 defence. He's gone up to a 61. Vitali got a +1 in shooting, taking him up to a 60. Schaffner has got +2 in defence, taking him up to a +1. And Arnold has gone up to a 56 after a +1 in defence and +1 in dribbling. Collins, who is, I've got this guy listed. I just had him in there to have an extra guy in central midfield as cover. He's got a +1 in passing. He's gone up to a 50. And Villalba, he's got a 61 in dribbling, gone up to a 67 in dribbling and a 55 in physical, but he's yet to go up. And then Pedrosa, look at this. Again, he's not gone up, but he's got a +1 in passing and a +1 in shooting, which is, he might just take Tevez's spot. If he keeps on this way, he might take Tevez's spot. I'm hoping for more progression soon. I really am. But this isn't bad. I'm not going to complain with this. I'm hoping it picks up. Next episode, in the next video I do, I'm probably going to talk about how I built my squad and the thought process and how I had progression in mind and how I was going to test a few things. And I'll get into that further. So I was hoping for better progression so far, but it's not terrible. And like I said, next episode, I'll talk more about how I thought about putting this team together with progression in mind for the next 2 seasons. Maybe I've got it all completely wrong. I don't know, but we're only a week in, and this could get better. Someone could absolutely run away. We're yet to know. And I had a few bad performances in the league with those games we lost. So who knows how it's going to turn out by the end of the season. We'll definitely see on that. Speaking of next week's episode, I think I'm going to release it a day later because it will be in the middle of the transfer window, the mid-season transfer window. And there is a pack drop. So I'm going to try and get a couple of packs from the pack drop and hopefully strengthen my squad a little bit. If I get lucky and get a couple of good players, maybe I'll strengthen my squad just a little bit, take me over the edge and get me back in the promotion race. And I don't know. I was going to say maybe I'll have a pack opening on the video, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to wait an entire day. I'll get too excited. I'll want to open the packs. The degen in me is just going to want to open the packs straight away. So I will have news on that. We've got the game tonight against Rotberg, and then tomorrow we've got the Aspirants Cup against Red Sox Manawatu, who are bottom of my current group. A win there would all but guarantee me a spot in the round of 16. I think I'm then going to play MCG Sorokoba. I'll probably have to rest in that game before taking on Oita and then taking on Alexander Algonquin. Yeah, I'm going to have to rest, actually. In this game, I'll have to rest because I'll have to do this game here to guarantee it. Alexander Algonquins are in third right now, so I'm going to need fully rested team for that. And then look at that, finishing that off, Ding Royals, who are top of the table. Not a defeat, only 2 goals conceded. I am going to need a fresh team for that. I don't want to be playing backups against those. I want to, if there's a chance I can take points off them, even if I get beaten, I need to be able to do it. If I just roll over and say, you know, I'm playing all my backups, and just let them have the win, then that's just pointless to me. So I will try and go for this game, so I'll definitely have to be rested. And yeah, then we're going to close out the season. We've got quite a nice run there. So yeah, that is everything for this video, I think. I think I've covered everything. Have I covered everything? I have covered everything, I'm pretty sure. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you think I should do about these players who are performing better than the rating and performing better than the starters who are higher overalls. What do you think I should do? And remember, if you want to get involved in MFL, use the referral link in the description. And yeah, until next time, guys, peace.